So, ambassadors of kindness, I'm going to take you on the most incredible tour of El Tambor, high above the hills of Antigua. It's a farm, retreat. Hopefully it's going to be a fire resort. Fantastic inspirational rejuvenation experience. You know, those are my talks. I want you to consider investing in this and being part of it. We'll maybe do a consortium. But if at the end of this video, if you don't think this is the most valuable thing for teaching sustainability, for teaching kindness, for teaching the environment and teaching love, then you're in the wrong group. But this is the view standing above the steam bath that was built. This is the most, watch this video. I promise you, you're going to be totally amazed. And whether you're a guest or a student in the sustainability school here, would be your entrance right here. Entrance to El Tambor.
Hi, I'm Jean-Louis Trombetta. I'm a Guatemalan, born and raised here. This is Finca El Tambor. It's a close to 15-acre property, which is south-facing. It's looking at the 3 volcanoes that Antigua holds on its valley, Agua, Catenango, and Fuego. One of them is active, so you got fantastic views. I mean,
yes,
unreal views of the volcano erupting when you're up here and it's active. The property is pretty much woodland right now, oak, and a lot of native species. These native species we've been keeping and actually trying to reproduce and maintain because they flower. As a matter of fact, they're flowering right now, some of them, and they're great for making honey, and the bees love it. We have 25 hives right now that we've reproduced ourselves, and we produce around each harvest, of which we have 2 each year, we produce about 30 gallons.
So that little shop there is a bee hive,
yes,
honey spot.
Yes, one of the ideas with that shop is to have some supplies for the guests that stay with us with the Airbnb project, and on top of that, also to sell our products. One of the ideas is to get some of the community involved in producing El Hato made. El Hato is the village here, so El Hato made products, and we also had organic. An organic garden where we're producing carrots and radish and other delicious vegetables.
And avocados?
Avocados, well, next door, Earth Lodge has 450 avocado trees, but this land here is definitely made for either avocados, coffee, or...
but you have no avocado trees.
And
shame on you.
There are some wild ones.
There are some wild ones.
There's some wild ones. But it's different. What they've got next door is what they call the Mexican avocado, which is delicious. And it's highly productive.
Yes.
So I would recommend get your your
seedlings.
Yeah, your seedlings should be like, but the root stock's got to be a native one, and then you start grafting on some of the house.
That'd be great.
It just works fantastic.
Very good. Well, let's check it out. This is the manager's house with a parking area on top.
I live on an island in paradise.
This is Casa Creativa.
This is Casa Creativa. This was originally set up to be a small office, or you could say office space, so that we could just sit down and discuss things. We had a project going on about coaching business people. And we're gonna move to Roatan, so that project's gonna move there too.
I see.
But this one basically was of Agua volcano. And
very nice.
Again, the other volcanoes as well.
Very nice. Muchas gracias. There's the bee shop, huh?
Yeah.
When is it open? Oh, you sell beer?
The
there you go.
And
the officina.
And that could be part of the deal. Depends on what the arrangement is. But right now we have it separate. You know, as a separate.
We have an app for purchasing, honor system.
Honor system, yes.
Very good.
It works great. We have frozen foods that our customers, our clients usually take in, and every single one of our rooms has a small kitchen, a kitchenette, with a countertop stove, and also with a microwave oven.
Great.
And a refrigerator. So
they're building a bonfire area here.
Yeah, and it's kind of a powwow place.
Okay, cool. Very nice.
Exactly for that, to set up a restaurant, cafe, bistro kind of thingy. It's already got the table, the chairs, everything. It was set up. I used to own restaurants,
Okay.
so I set it up to make another restaurant. But I don't want to go through the hassle.
All right.
So at this point,
And you're moving, you say?
yeah, I'm moving to Roatan. So
Is that far?
it's in Honduras Bay Islands.
Oh, Honduras.
Yeah. And this is the kitchen for it. It's already set up.
Oh.
It's an industrial kitchen. It's got everything you really need. So it's all set up. It's got an extractor, the whole 9 yards,
Oh,
you know.
nice.
So you can just
Yeah.
get going industrial microwave.
Very nice. Very nice.
Blender, etc. Finca El Tambor is based around the idea of cross-pollination. When we were doing the project in which we were having business owners that were changing or founders that were changing business or careers or whatever, selling their businesses and didn't know what to do, they'd come here. And what the idea behind the whole cross-pollination is that you meet people that come from all different walks of life. Sometimes you get a writer, sometimes you get a scientist, sometimes you get an engineer, or a business developer. And the ideas that they exchange while here tends to give them new ideas on things they can create or solutions to problems they had before. And at the same time, they're receiving the coaching from Davinia, my partner, on the whole concept. Now, the cross-pollination thing is great because it also works with the beehives here. You know, our bees pollinate the avocado trees next door,
Right.
and they give us the nectar that generates the that creates the honey.
That's great.
You know, and that becomes an income stream for us.
Right.
So we keep the bees keep us, you know, and we help our neighbors, and
that's how life should be. It's a circle of life.
Yeah,
the circle of life. Yes.
So it's really cool.
Yeah.
And then part of that also, well, I'll explain later once we reach the houses, the little pods, I call them.
Right.
Because they're all made of reusable, recycled, or recyclable materials.
Okay.
So I'll show you that.
Okay, great.
Us.
So back in the days when we used to own Earth Lodge as well, right before we sold it, we had a gentleman called Jonathan Engels, who was a permaculturist, had studied to do that and all. And he came over and as a volunteer started developing the permaculture side of Earth Lodge. And, you know, the banana circles and all that jazz, and started planting everything. As a matter of fact, when we did the what do you call it, the environmental impact study, one of the things that which is required by the local municipality, one of the things they said when they came to inspect, they said, we never expected your business being so far from the city, which is not far, it's 5 kilometers, but still being so far from the city, to have such an excellent record for environmental consciousness, because all the gray water gets utilized and it produces food. You know, we use it for irrigating some of the plants over there, and also they had a small garden. I don't know if they still have it, but it works. We had all the herb gardens, you know, they were set up in a round way so the sun hits some more and the shade gets used for the ones that need more shade. It was really cool because they're like sculptures, you know, almost a little bit like what you would find in England, you know, Stonehenge kind of thing.
Okay.
You got these circles of rocks, you know, and piled up.
Energy and all kind of.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, I'm not very, like esoterical, but I tell you, down there, there's, I mean, just the view inspires you. It fills you up.
Yes.
It just energizes.
It's a fantastic place.
Yeah. So
the hectagon path is attributed to the bee hives. You know, beehives are hectagonal shape.
And now here is one of our houses, which is, it's like a clamshell, but it's like a hive as well.
Okay.
You know, it's a small pod. I call them pods because that's what they are, really.
Right.
And inside these spaces, we have a small kitchen,
Let's take a look.
bathroom,
Yeah.
and a beautiful view. That's one of the
Picture tells 1,000 words. So we have a kitchen built into the rock wall there. Beautiful. The restroom.
Yeah.
Living room.
Here
Bedroom.
you got the rest of the setup and a really nice balcony from where you can see the active volcano straight right out the sea.
She hasn't seen it yet because of these clouds.
Yes,
but hopefully it'll clear soon.
The weather hasn't been exactly perfect.
It's beautiful.
Nice, eh?
So you're saying everything in this is green? It's all
yes,
recyclable.
This house, I would say 90% because I'm not gonna go for 100%. There might be things that I'm not sure of. But for example, all the wood comes from green forests in Chile. Now, all the metal, all the steel is recycled here in Guatemala. They get all the junkyard stuff, they melt it, and then they come up with it. Then these panels right here, this is ACM, aluminum core material. So it's 2 sheets of aluminum with a PET bottle core, polypropylene. And then the roofing or the skin here, all this right here, that's PVC. Well, this one's metal. This is zinc, aluminum zinc.
Yeah.
But in the other one,
got my name on it.
There you go. This is great.
And then the other ones are all the roofing is made out of PVC plastic that comes from Nepal. These roofing materials are thermoacoustic. They're again PVC in the outside, and then the sandwich inside has PVC bottles in which they've injected microbubbles that make it thermoacoustic and
Fantastic.
thermic and acoustic.
About 11 to 12 hours of south-facing sunlight.
It's about 10 and a half to 11 hours. It's south-facing, so it catches the sun. It comes out here from the east. It lands on the west there, and we have a lot of sun exposure. So it's a great spot for generating electricity. As a matter
all the rocks, and there's you see they're building a retaining wall right here, are from a quarry on the property. So it's all sustainable.
And it's all built by the same guys, the same maintenance guy. He's pretty much savvy on construction.
He
and
comes with the deal.
Yeah. That is gonna be my hardest.
Is that one of yours?
Part. Yeah, that one's Casa Contenta.
Casa Contenta.
Yeah, this house was built at a different moment. We are using materials that are not all 100% recycled,
right?
Recyclable.
Okay.
We're using plasterboard, etc. But we're still conserving the whole idea of leaving the smallest footprint,
right,
for the property.
Sure.
You know.
Well, we
stack them up rather than spread them out.
Right.
Because this space here, this is the last house we built. This area here is intended to be sort of a fireplace yoga spot. You got the fireplace here on this corner. And we're thinking of putting a TV here to do like if you're be a nomad, a digital nomad. You have also access to.
Well, you got Wi-Fi here, so that's pretty cool.
So this is I would say the larger, nicer one of the places we have here. It's got TV, it's got this bed, it's got a really nice bathroom back here as well.
Watching TV with that background, that's amazing.
I know, well, believe it or not, we've been requested so they can watch Netflix films at night or they can pair it up with their phones.
Lots of space to put a lot more units. Right there's a spot right there.
Whole valley, surrounded by volcanoes, is considered one of the most productive birding spots in Guatemala. Audubon has a list of them, and in Guatemala, say there's 8. This is one of them.
Okay.
I'm a bird watcher, so I know the potential that exists in terms of watching birds here and all. And I mean, there's not one morning that I've woken up in this house that I've not listed at least between 16 and 30 different species.
Wow.
And I don't take into consideration the ones I don't like anymore, that there's too many of. But it right now is a great time because the migration has started. There's another squirrel right there. See on the tree? Oh, I just cleaned this one.
This is the lower unit, the bathroom over there. No kitchen in this one though.
Yes.
Oh, there is a kitchen
behind you. Yeah.
Okay. And a beautiful view, of course. Outside dining. Oh, there's the kitchen, little kitchenette.
Yeah. And then the bathroom is behind that sliding door over there, which is pretty cool as well. You'll see because it's got a beautiful view. I don't think you have a bathroom with a better view than this.
Oh, no. I don't think so. That is amazing. Yes. Fantastic. Yeah, there's
up there.
a
And then,
school.
yeah, that's the school from the village. And then you see the big trees. You see
The big one with the trunk. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the edge of the property. And
Okay.
it starts going down, 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 sort of in an angle.
Okay.
And once it reaches down there, it straightens out a bit, and then it comes right here. This is the edge of the property.
Okay.
What's on that side is our lodge.
Okay.
So this is pretty much everything.
The edge.
And as you see, this is where I tell you, it's south facing, so you have huge potential.
Yeah. Yeah.
Down here,
How much of that is flat down there, or is it all?
it all goes down. It varies. There's areas that are flatter than others, but flat.
But you make
we don't
paths,
have.
and yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
No, there's already some paths. We just haven't upkept them
Okay.
because it just takes so much time to
Yeah.
to be doing all that.
So the building in the center of the screen is a university that hasn't opened yet, and then the yellow building is the cinema, and that city is called
That city's called Hocotenango.
Hocotenango.
Then on the left, on the one that starts going up the
Yeah.
hill,
Yeah.
that's San Felipe, and that is still part of Antigua.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Antigua's on the left over there.
Yeah, that's all Antigua there. And at the far end is Ciudad Vieja.
And on our left there is the Agua.
Volcano. Yeah.
Agua.
It's raining there right now.
And then Fuego is still under clouds.
Yeah. Fuego Nacatalan.
It's amazing. Fantastic.
This was the original building, the first one we built. And this is, the reason it's called Casa Coy is because we got a koi pond here.
Okay.
There is a spring in the property which sends all its water here. And then I built this pond and put the fish in because it was going to create a new ecosystem.
Uh-huh.
And it has. I mean, we have dragonflies now. We got these fish here. These big ones there. Those came here and they were only like 3 or 4 centimeters long. And now they fathered so many fish. Some of these have gone to pet shops as well because it gets overcrowded sometimes.
Oh.
But the whole idea to create these ponds was so that the local fauna would have a place where they could get some water.
Ecosystem.
And this one drains into another pond, into another pond, into another pond.
So you have water here. You have a
there's
well.
a spring. There's a spring up on the hill. It generates about 1 cubic meter a day in summer. It's not a huge amount, but it's enough to keep this going.
Okay.
So if you do something with hydroponics or anything like that, it could work beautifully.
Okay.
Because you recycle that water.
Sure.
You put some solar pumps, you pump it right back up the hill, and you can use it for your.
Okay. You don't have to open this one. That's okay.
Okay.
It's fine. That's great.
This one is a smaller one, probably.
Yeah.
But I think it's one of the cooler ones.
Gorgeous.
And again, you got the view of the erupting volcano.
Yeah.
Having the fish, they'll eat the mosquito larvae. At the same time, they fertilize the ground for all these lily pads and all. And right now, none are flowering because it's rainy season, but they're beautiful when they.
Now the weather right now is going to be cold for the next couple of months. Or?
The next couple of months. Right now, it's unusual because we have a hurricane on the Atlantic.
Okay.
Bad weather has been staying there. But the weather right now in November is the best ever. I mean, between November and March, actually, I would say between November and April is the most beautiful because everything's still green. The summer season goes on all the way till May.
Okay.
And the rainy season starts again from May till November.
Okay. Got a little garden going here.
Yeah.
This is, again, the path is all stones that they've collected from the quarry here. And we're going to see a beehive, I guess, right?
Down here we have the harvesting area, which is that nursery down there, that other pod. And this here is another one of the koi pond with the water lilies and that one's blooming. Yeah.
Very nice. Thyme, oregano.
Yeah, oregano, a lot of rosemary.
Rosemary.
Loads of lavender as
Okay.
well. We also have basil because bees love basil.
Are you making this into a path here?
Well, it has become a path. Otherwise, you have to open 2 locks.
Oh.
But here you can see what's going on in here. These are the hives, and that's the harvester. So in here, we do all the harvesting during harvest time, which will happen in 2 weeks.
So there's a lot of bees in there now?
They're not in there. No, this is just empty. The bees are down here.
Oh, okay.
But we have to be really quiet because they're a little aggressive. If you see, there's the hives over there, the purple one.
Okay. Bees.
Don't walk through them. Just stay short of them.
Bees don't like noise. So we have to be quiet right now. So we just passed a couple low quad trees that he planted. You can see it's a great area just to walk.
So these are the hives.
These are the hives.
That's really cool. Get them all excited. So these are the hives. We got 25 of them, and you know, one is a 2-story box. When you start adding stories, you create more. You generate more, more honey because it's a bigger, bigger hive.
Yeah.
We also collect the pollen, which we also sell up at the store, and we have as well propolis, and wax. We can make candles with them, but we usually sell it by the pound, so they reprint it, and we get it back for our hives.
Wow.
Called Acton School of Business, and they're focused on entrepreneurship. And one of the things that they taught us there was about leading a life of meaning, and that means that everything has to have a purpose. You have to have your goals, and you set them, and you pursue them, and well, you know how it goes. But we studied the part about Joseph Campbell. I think it's Joseph Campbell, and
Greatest storyteller.
the
ever.
hero's journey.
The hero's journey.
So
I know it.
I was making some paths here, and the idea was that each path, as you move through the path, you go through different stages, the 17 stages of the hero's journey. So it was what was it called? I can't remember, but I had a name for it. But so you walk through this path, and there's kinetic or kinesthetic sculptures that work with wind or solar. So it was water, earth, wind, and fire. And that was the whole point. You know, we have a Temazcal, which will be the next place I show you. And the Temazcal is a steam bath, traditional, that the Mayans used. Now this one is a little modern because it was made by an artist, and it's to reflect the Mayan civilization and the relationship with the 4 elements: water, earth, wind, and fire. And it's got an amazing view, I'm telling you. And that's where I would build the next cabin. No, but it's, that place is amazing. It's special.
I see that. I feel the concept.
So if you guys are interested in getting involved in this, get a hold of me, because we're going to put together a team. We're going to get the funds. We're going to tell the world about it. It'll be a retreat. It'll be an educational center, an arts studio, everything in one. Environmental, green to the 10th degree.
A lot of woofers coming here that as volunteers, and in exchange they get a place to stay, and they participate in the planting and on the harvesting of avocados, sometimes next door. Here, the harvesting of our whatever we plant in the garden. Plus, we have a composter. We get it's lombricultura, so it's a worm culture, and we get some of the organic fertilizer that we use here. The whole farm right now, except for maybe 3 of these rows, is all organic. It's legitimately organic. It hasn't been fertilized chemically. So it still has great
What is
potential.
this?
This is, I don't know what it is. I don't know.
You won't know till it grows.
Well, no, the guy that planted it knows, but he hasn't told me.
This path here leads to the quarry and to 3 more ponds. Go ahead.
And so back to the Joseph Campbell thing, we had an artist come in and stay with us for about a year, and her main objective was to create a Temazcal, which is a traditional Mayan steam bath. And the idea was that she would work with the concept of the 4 elements: fire, earth, wind, and water. And she created this really beautiful structure.
Okay.
We'll see it in a bit. It's placed at the edge of the property on the north side, right above the area where we plant most of the lavender and the basil.
Okay.
Both basil and lavender bloom all year round.
Okay.
And the bees love it.
Oh.
So it's part of the whole thing of connecting everything. Now the views up here are fantastic. once you see the building itself, you'll start to see the resemblance with the Mayan temples. Very narrow stairs going up to a top, and in the flat top, you can see the whole valley. And if you're into yoga, meditation, or simply admiring the beauty of nature, that's your spot.
Right.
So this is it. This is the Mascal.
Oh.
It's hard to appreciate it from the angle we're at,
Yeah.
but nonetheless, it's very interesting if you see it from the front. The idea is that in front of this, the Mascal, another structure was going to be built, another
Deck.
deck, you know, and a small apartment next to it.
Oh.
So the materials are sitting at the end of this path.
Okay.
They're already there.
They're ready to go.
Yeah, it's just that's for the next person that takes over.
Okay.
So the Temascal, the working part is in there. That's where you put all the firewood,
Okay.
and it heats up the water.
Shut up.
Yeah. And then this here is the Temascal itself.
Oh.
So here you got the water.
Yeah. For the
These
steam.
are the rocks.
Yeah.
The fire is underneath.
See?
And so you might create the steam here. And this is supposed the
Very cool.
work here is all blown glass, and it's supposed to reflect agua, fire, earth, and wind, the white. So there's all the colors of the 4 elements here. And it's really cool. I mean, people ask me, why didn't you leave it like with clear glass so you can see? Well, it doesn't happen that way. It gets fogged up, you know? So
Right.
you're still not going to see it. But it's really cool when the sun comes out. You're getting the sun
Yeah.
going down. The light comes through here. And
I don't think they missed the view walking here.
No, of course not.
Considering it's going to be all steamed up.
Yeah, exactly.
If you miss the view, there's upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The little spot with the best view, I think, of Fuego in this area.
Yeah, I think you're right.
All those trees you see down there that are flowering right now,
Uh-huh.
that is the favorite for the bees. Anything that you see
So they
down
fly over there and come home to their
Yes,
hive
bees will fly up to 2 kilometers radius of where they
to
live
do their thing.
to do their thing and get their.
And they're living there right now, though. Yeah.
Yeah. And see all this?
This is all
purple
lavender.
stuff?
Yeah,
It's
lavender. Yeah.
You got no, sorry, this is basil. This is purple basil.
Okay.
Down below you got rosemary.
Okay.
Where's the lavender? Oh, there's the lavender. Here. That's the
Oh, I
lavender
see.
right there.
Okay, I got you.
And this area here can also be used for generating electricity. I was